Have you ever walked through the fruit section or perhaps visited a local farm stand and felt overwhelmed by the rows of yellow? You reach for a bunch of bananas that looks perfect, bright, unblemished, and vibrant, only to get them home, peel one back, and find it starchy, bland, or strangely dry. It's a common disappointment in our modern world, where we've been trained to buy with our eyes rather than our senses. We look for perfection in appearance, but nature doesn't always put the best flavor in the prettiest package. For the Amish, who have long valued the practical over the ornamental, choosing fruit is an art form based on patience and observation. While bananas might not grow in the temperate fields of Pennsylvania or Ohio, the wisdom of the old way applies to every gift from the earth. Today, we're going to apply that timeless Amish perspective to one of the world's most popular fruits. We're going to unlock the 7 secrets to picking the sweetest, most flavorful bananas you've ever tasted. Secrets that have nothing to do with a glossy sticker and everything to do with the whispers of the fruit itself. My name is Dr. James Anderson, and welcome back to Amish Heritage Secrets. In our community, we've always believed that the best things in life require a little bit of waiting and a lot of paying attention. A banana is a living thing, a vessel of energy that is constantly changing. If you know how to read those changes, you can catch it at the exact moment its starches turn to sugar, creating that rich, honey-like sweetness we all crave. By the end of this 10-minute guide, you'll never look at a bunch of bananas the same way again. Let's start with the most obvious, yet most misunderstood sign. Sign number 1, the sugar freckles. In the modern grocery store, we're taught that brown spots are bruises or signs of decay. We see people digging through the bins to find the bunch with the most uniform, solid yellow skin. But in the Amish kitchen, we know better. Those little brown speckles aren't flaws. They are sugar freckles. As a banana ripens, the complex starches that make it firm and starchy begin to break down into simple sugars like glucose and fructose. The brown spots are the visual evidence of this transformation. A solid yellow banana might look beautiful on a countertop, but it's often still tight and slightly tart. For the maximum sweetness, the kind that melts in your mouth, you want a banana that is starting to freckle like a summer afternoon. But wait, there's a nuance here. This brings us to sign number 2, the stem secret. If you want to know how much life is left in a banana, look at the stem. A fresh, sweet banana should have a stem that is still somewhat firm but has lost its bright green snap. If the stem is dark brown or feels mushy, the ripening process has gone too far, and the fruit inside might be fermenting. However, here's an old-timer's trick. Look for bananas with shorter stems. Traditional wisdom suggests that fruit grown closer to the main stalk of the plant often receives more nutrients and develops a deeper flavor profile. A long, spindly stem can sometimes be a sign of a fruit that was harvested too early, before it had a chance to fully sweeten on the tree. Now, let's talk about the shape. Sign number 3, the curve of contentment. Have you ever noticed that some bananas are very angular with sharp ridges running down their length, while others are smooth and rounded? This isn't just a random variation. The ridges are a sign of immaturity. As a banana fills out and matures on the plant, it plumps up, stretching the skin and smoothing out those sharp corners. A banana that is still very boxy or angular was likely picked far too early. For the sweetest experience, you want a banana that feels full and rounded in your hand, a fruit that has literally outgrown its own ridges. Before we move on to the next 4 signs, I want you to consider the feel of the fruit. This is sign number 4, the gentle give. In the Amish way, we use our hands as much as our eyes. Pick up a banana and give it a very gentle squeeze. Don't bruise it. Just feel its resistance. A starchy, unripe banana will feel hard, almost like a piece of wood. An overripe banana will feel hollow or loose inside the skin. But the perfect sweet banana, it has a subtle give, a softness that feels like a ripe pear or a firm marshmallow. It should feel heavy for its size, a sign that it is dense with moisture and concentrated sugars. Next, we look at the color of the tips. Sign number 5, the vanishing green. Many people buy bananas when they are still green at the ends, thinking they'll ripen perfectly on the counter. While they will turn yellow, they often won't develop the same depth of flavor as a fruit that was allowed to reach a full yellow state before being separated from the bunch. Look closely at the very tip of the banana, opposite the stem. If there is even a tiny sliver of green left, the fruit is still in its starchy phase. For the sweetest bite, wait until that green has completely vanished, replaced by a deep, uniform gold. Sign number 6, the floral scent. This is perhaps the most overlooked test of all. Lean in and smell the banana, specifically near the stem end. A truly sweet, high-quality banana will have a distinct floral and almost honey-like aroma. If it smells like nothing at all, it was likely kept in cold storage for too long, which stuns the fruit and prevents the aromatic compounds from developing. If it has a sharp, vinegary or fermented smell, it has passed its peak. That sweet, perfume-like scent is nature's way of saying, "I'm ready." Finally, we come to sign number 7, the cluster connection. In the Amish community, we value the strength of the group. When picking bananas, look at how they are attached to the hand or the main bunch. You want bananas that are tightly clustered together. If they are falling off the stem or the bunch feels loose, it's a sign that the fruit is becoming overmature and losing its structural integrity. A strong, tight cluster ensures that the fruit has been handled carefully and hasn't been subjected to the kind of rough treatment that causes internal bruising, bruises you won't see until you peel it. Now, why does this matter? Why spend 10 minutes talking about a piece of fruit? Because how we choose our food reflects how we live our lives. When we rush through the store, grabbing the first thing that looks okay, we are practicing a kind of blindness. But when we slow down, when we look for the freckles, feel the curve, and smell the sweetness, we are practicing mindfulness. We are honoring the labor of the farmer and the bounty of the earth. The Amish way isn't about rejecting the world, it's about choosing the best of the world through patience and wisdom. By applying these 7 signs, you aren't just getting a better snack. You're reclaiming the joy of the senses. You're learning to wait for the sugar freckles and trust the floral scent. So, the next time you find yourself in front of a mountain of yellow, don't just reach for the prettiest bunch. Look for the one that is rounded, heavy, and starting to freckle. Smell the stem, feel the give, take it home, and when you finally peel it back, you'll find that the weight and the wisdom was worth every bite. Thank you for joining me at Amish Heritage Secrets. If you found these tips helpful, share them with someone who loves a good, sweet banana as much as we do. And remember, the best things in life aren't always the ones that look perfect on the outside.